Well, first of all, let's be clear. This guidance isn't intended for just HUD program housing providers. This is an everyone issue. So if you haven't already done so, get out your resident selection criteria and take a close look at the evaluation standards for applicants with criminal histories. Do you have any arrest record terminology listed? If so, that's probably the first change to make. Because as we've learned, HUD's guidance clearly states records of arrest should not be used to deny housing or terminate a lease. There may be circumstances where a criminal event has occurred and the arrest record provides the means for further research into the behavior, but alone, it cannot be used to deny housing eligibility. Next, look to see if you have blanket exclusions for all convictions and all felonies, or all felonies. These policies are likely to be challenged by disparate impact claims. Work with your legal counsel and screening providers to adjust the criteria, looking for specific types of crimes that impact your community. You might determine that the more serious crimes, like violent offenses against people or property, require a longer look-back period. Also, consider the recidivism rates Kathy shared earlier. If a person committed murder 20 years ago and has established employment and rental history with no criminal events since exit from incarceration, they may not present a high risk to your community and residents. And I know this goes against conventional wisdom, but the world has changed, and it's up to us to adjust so we don't find our company and staff unnecessarily challenged by disparate impact issues. And finally, understanding that a pattern of criminal activity may present a risk to your community, especially if that pattern is recent. So a recommendation is to look at the number of criminal events within a period of time. And these events might be unrelated, but the frequency and time period may suggest there's a higher risk to your residents and your community. As you review your policies and make adjustments, keep in the back of your mind the goal you have: to demonstrate that your policies are set to improve your communities and resident safety, and that the policy is substantial, legitimate, and has no discriminatory interest. You'll also want to consider if there is any less discriminatory practice that could achieve the same goal. And don't forget, your policies may come under scrutiny from testers. Take the time to train your staff properly and for them to properly communicate your policy regarding criminal records. You want to be sure your policy isn't being communicated in an abbreviated fashion, nor are your staffers discouraging applicants with criminal histories from applying to your communities. When making your policy decision, it does make sense to consider both the financial and safety risks.